I hope you have been having a great past few days and weeks. How's your workouts coming? Are you making progress? Are you losing fat? Are you getting ready for the summer? I'm excited to be posting another video. As you notice, I have been a little bit behind because I got sick last week and I wasn't feeling very well. And that's what this topic is going to be about, is how to overcome setbacks that disable us to be able to make progress towards our goals. So this is the main topic of this video, on how we can remain optimistic and hopeful. So if we do get sick and we fall off the wagon and we don't do, our cardio or the things that you should be doing, if sometimes you're missing out, hopefully with what I want to share, you're going to be able to keep a positive attitude and to not give up on your goals. So again, as I said last week, I got sick, and you know how it is when we get sick. We sometimes feel like we get inside our head, and we don't go to the gym. We eat food that we know we shouldn't be eating, and it's just not a very good feeling. But it reminded me that something has changed since a few years ago till now, and that is now when the things don't work out as I want them to work out, like if I don't go to the gym as many times as I like to go, or if I'm not eating as good as I like to eat, there is not so much guilt as much as it used to be. Because guilt is the worst emotion. It's one of the lowest emotional energies, actually. So what I like to suggest is, if you have been kind of not doing as well as you want to do, you want to let go of any guilt, because guilt doesn't serve you. And the reality of it is, no matter how disciplined you are, no matter how good you are, you're going to have times where you're not going to be able to stick to your goals. You're going to have times where just things won't work out, Some days you wake up and it's just things aren't working out. The whole point is that you just pick it back up and you just keep going towards your goal. All right? I learned something from a guy. His name is Jim Brown. Something Brown. He's a black guy. And he was in one of the movies, I can't remember, one of these law of attraction movies. And I met him at these, obviously, he made a big impression on me that I can't remember his name. But no, he's a really great guy. He's a great guy. I can't remember his name, but he's a great guy. And I know if I remember it, you're gonna remember his name. But anyway, he taught me something that I thought that was genius. And he says, the quality of your life or the amount of your success or something like that depends on how you do on your downtime. The quality of your success or achievement or whatever, it depends on what you do on your downtime. See, it's easy to do well when you feel good, right? If you're feeling good all the time, it's easy to go work out, it's easy to eat healthy, it's easy to do this, that. But it's when we feel like shit and we feel down and we feel depressed, how much damage do we do to ourselves? That determines our success. I hope I'm making this clear. See, before, like many years ago, when I would feel crappy, I would go to do things like drugs, or I would go drinking myself stupid, or I would just do stuff that would actually hurt me for a very long time. Now, as a result of learning a few things here and there and failing over and over, when I do feel depressed and down, instead of that, I kind of just write it off. Like for the past last week, I was kind of like sleeping, meditating, listening to some spiritual books or some things that are my passion now. And as a result of that, I was able to write off this negative time, and now again I'm back on a positive wave again. So this positive wave is probably going to come to an end, in a few weeks, and then I'm going to go to another phase. But the whole point is, I'm grateful because I hope you can see my progress since my last video, and I haven't made a huge progress, but I didn't go back either. That's the good news. Because I'm about 12 weeks away or something like that, and I just didn't want to go backwards. So that's what the good thing is when the bad times come, just kind of write it off, and don't accept negativity as a reality. Like sometimes we make mistakes. We may do things that we don't want to do, like going drinking or doing drugs or watching porn or doing some habit that we know doesn't serve us anymore. And sometimes we judge ourselves. But I think the better thing that I learned to do, and this is what I like to share, is to don't identify with our negative behavior. You know, if I do screw things up, you're like, you know what? That's not me. That's not who I am. That's how I used to be. And sure, I'm gonna have setbacks. Sure, I'm gonna still, make mistakes. But I'm just going to remain optimistic and positive, and I'm going to keep moving forward. So I hope you found this sharing kind of valuable. But one thing I want to share that I think it's kind of exciting for me, and I think for you, you would be excited too, is that in the next couple of weeks, I will be releasing my workout program and my diet program, because I've been receiving a lot of requests of checking over people's diets and workout programs. But what I also like to do is actually show you my workout program, not just now, but back in the day, like maybe 7 years ago when I was just starting to build my foundation, or when I was just starting to have those breakthroughs. Because it's almost like sometimes we look at guys who are like maybe 15 years ahead of us, and we want to find out what is their workout now. Well, the thing is, what the workouts are doing now is a lot different than the workouts they were doing maybe 15 years ago, right? Like some business owners, they want to do well in their company, so they go and copy companies like Apple or Microsoft, which are on the top. But the reality is that these companies are in the game for many, many years, and they're doing a completely different thing that works. So when Apple came into the market, they were doing completely different marketing when they just started in the basement than when they're making billions of dollars. So what I'm trying to convey to you is that I'm going to have my workouts released, and I'm going to share what I'm doing now and what I was doing before. And this is going to be available for you to purchase for just a few dollars. And the reason I'm charging for this is because, first of all, it's taken me a long time to put these together, and I put a lot of effort into this. But more importantly, I don't think people value stuff when they get it for free. I know for myself, when I get something on the internet for free, I'm just like, yeah, whatever, I'll just look at it and throw it in the garbage. But if I pay for something, I actually value it more, and I actually use it more, so I get more benefit from it. So it's going to be available for that. And the other thing that's going to be super exciting, and I want you to get super excited about this one, is that I have decided, because I've been receiving a lot of requests from you, I realized that what I could do is I can actually support you for the first 3 weeks of your journey to having lean body and gaining muscle. And the reason for that is the first 3 weeks of any new habit is the hardest part. What that is that when we stick to a routine for 21 days, if we can stick to it for 21 days, that's when we can actually stick to it for a longer period of time. Now, when a rocket is leaving the earth, like those shuttles that leaves the earth, right? Something around 80 or 90% of its fuel is used just on the first, just to get out of the gravity. Like here's the earth, is to just get out of the gravity, right? Just to get out of gravity. I can't demonstrate very good today. But as it's getting out of gravity, it uses 80 to 90% of its fuel. 80 to 90% of its fuel just to get out of gravity. I know I said this 100 times, but do you get that? Because it's very important. The only like 10% or something, it's used to fly around in the out of the gravity or in the space. And what I'm trying to convey here is that you need to use most of your willpower, most of your discipline, just the first 3 weeks. Okay, just the first 3 weeks. Just getting out the door for that first run. Just getting out the door for that, cardio or workout or eating healthy, whatever. Just that first week is the hardest. And then the second week, and then the third week. And then after that, it becomes easy. It becomes easier for you to continue than for you to stop. I hope you get this part. After 3 weeks of doing the same routine, it becomes easier for you to continue than to stop. So what that means is that your body automatically starts changing after 3 weeks. And it becomes a lot easier to go to the gym. You actually want to go. You don't have to force yourself to go. Because I know for a long time I used to have to force myself to go. And even to this day, I'm not, I don't get up in the morning being super happy, like, oh my God, I'm going to work out today. No, some days I just get up and I drag myself out. Okay, some days I miss my workouts. I still have those days. But they're a lot less frequent now. So anyway, so that's what I was going to wrap it up with, is that I'm going to be releasing how you can get my support to help you for a very, very, very amazing rate, like a very low price, because I want to make this available to a lot of people. However, obviously there's going to be limited rooms because I'm going to give my own time to help you. So stand by for that one. It's going to be a 21-day rapid fat loss and lean mass coaching system. It's going to be happening. And also I'm going to be releasing my diet program and fitness routines to help you, so you can actually modify your routines and your diet programs to make sure that you're on the right track, make sure that you're eating the right foods, make sure that you're doing the right training. And you can actually track your progress. If your workout is not working, sometimes you have to give a workout time. Sometimes you may be actually making progress, but the progress is slow and you don't notice it. So you want to be careful with that. But hopefully with getting these materials, you'll be able to know if you're on the right track, A, and B, you'll be able to have this new certainty and the positive mindset that you are going to get your goals and you are going to have an amazing, body for this summer. I don't know when you're watching this video, but right now the weather is getting so nice. We go to our vacations and taking our shirts off, and it's just so much going on. And for a long time, I know I was so frustrated because I didn't feel good about how my body looked. I know what it feels like to not, have the confidence to take my shirt off or to go out, and just not having the energy and the confidence, because the body is one thing, and this is the last thing I say. I know I'm talking a lot today, but it's one thing to look good, okay? It's another thing to have this feeling of confidence, charisma, positivity, because you feel you look good. So it is a certain feeling and emotion that comes, and I'm sharing this because it's so motivating and inspiring, and I hope it motivates you. We look in the mirror and we see what we like. We see our body. And it's not just the body that's amazing, but it's how we feel about ourselves. All of a sudden, there's so much more confidence to talk to people. It's so much more happiness. It's amazing. Like when some days, we look in the mirror and we like what we see. We see the fat is coming off. We see the muscles getting toned. There is a certain power and confidence and charisma that's so addictive. If I could sell it in a bottle, I would be a billionaire. So that's what I want for you, and that's what I want you to experience. So keep your eyes on your email for my upcoming email, because I will share my workout program and my diet. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you do so, either there or there, one of the places. And I think that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, post it, email me, and I will get back to you. Thank you so much for watching my videos, because without you watching my videos, there would be no videos, and there would be no me, and there would be nothing. So I thank you, and I appreciate you. Have a good day.